I signed up with Joe Beavers, gave me an account, and he said pick a name. I didn't know what to pick that I remember, and I picked Fish 54 strictly because I was born in 1954. I don't know, fish seems like a normal thing for you to call yourself. I guess typically people who think they're good players call themselves fish. People who maybe aren't that good are always bragging about how good they are using some other descriptor. But anyway, I went online and I actually bought it for about $2,000 on Stan's Poker, one of the premier poker sites. And I quickly ran it up. I think I won. I think it's in dollars, right? And you know, I won about $100,000 the first day I played. And people saw me winning. They were interrogating me. And the table talk on the European sites is very different than we're used to on the American sites, where during the hands they're telling you fold. As soon as I won a couple pots and built up about 10,000, saying, "Fish, get out of there! You know, take your money and run," things like that. I was pretty hysterical actually. But I don't mind talking back to them. I was joking around with them, having a good time. But they were saying, "Okay, you know, you're doing pretty well. Are you a known player?" And so I honestly answered yes. And then within a minute, someone said, as my stack kept growing, said, "Well, I think you're either Barry Greestein or David Elliott, because those are the only two known players born in 1954. They had a database of players." And I couldn't believe it. And then 20 seconds later, you know, because David Elliott's known more as a pot of an Omaha player than a Hold'em player, they said, and because we're just watching you play and seeing how quickly you're winning, you must be Barry Greestein. And it's kind of like, I've always had this thing where, well, I did acknowledge it, and the reason I did, I don't know, there's something about as a poker player, like if someone calls my hand when I bet or bluffed or had a good hand, I don't know why, but it's typical that I'll say, well, if you're good enough to call what I had, I'll show it to, you know, to give the guy credit. And so in this case also, I gave the guy credit. I said, you know, what can I say? You're right.